haze distortion as the figure in the mirror. Words like behind, or don't lock, or it hungers. Always misspelled. Always chilling. I tried telling Dr. Thorne about this yesterday. Not the entity. Of course. He'd up my meds or suggest hospitalization. I told him about the eye strain, the peripheral hallucinations, the overwhelming sense of being watched, especially when reading or using screens. I mentioned the words. He leaned forward, his expression shifting from mild concern to something sharper. These words you see peripherally, he asked, his voice carefully neutral. Are they ever commands or warnings? Quote, my blood turned to ice. Sometimes, I whispered. Why? Quote, he hesitated, then scribbled something else in his notebook. It's likely a manifestation of your anxiety. Your brain trying to make sense of the sensory overload and stress-induced visual disturbances. The misspellings are particularly interesting, suggestive of a glitch in the visual processing centers. He gave me that sympathetic look again. But tell me, when you see these words, do you feel compelled to look at them? To focus? Quote, I nodded mutely. That was the worst part. The words were bait. They drew my focus. And every time I snapped my attention to the periphery, trying to read the distorted letters, I felt the entity surge closer, like I'd widened the aperture just for it. The pressure behind my eyes intensified, the feeling of being watched becoming a physical